But all right, now streaming, yes. Okay, welcome everybody to this week's Mighty Meetup. Today we're going to be introducing everyone who's here will get a chance to introduce themselves. This is, as far as I know, the only Zoom networking meeting online that you can attend. And we're here. We're all here. We're showing that we want to grow our companies by participating and being a part of the action. So if I promote you to panelist, it's because I want you, if you want the opportunity to speak, you get that. You don't have to though. You can keep your camera off and then you won't be asked to introduce yourself. So let's start with the awesome Jeff, since he's always first here and full attendance. How you doing, Jeff?
Doing good. Jeff Spar with Virginia Court Services in Richmond and Roanoke, Virginia. Mark Spar is my son. He's soon to be taking over full time. We are 40 minutes east of Virginia Tech, process serving and PI work.
Yeah, crushing it over there. Great stuff. Welcome, Jeff. And Miss Jerica.
I am from Shawnee, Oklahoma, and I own Jericho's Process Server and Notary.
Welcome.
Thank
I
you.
think at some point we're going to need to dive into some of the notary stuff because I focused heavily on process serving, but a lot of being a notary introduced me to a lot of new clients.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Yeah, especially on the property management or title company, real estate side. Um, So great, great. Well, we'll give a couple more minutes here. Anyone else comes in, I'll introduce myself. For those that are watching the replay or YouTube or whatever, I'm actually, I'm like I'm somebody who wants to do well with like teach process servers, but I've moved on many times to real estate and to different companies. But I always come back to process serving because um, and it's where I feel like I can give the most value. That's why I created Mighty Process Server. That's why I created the group way back in the day, was I knew that I needed to know more people to increase my opportunities. Like I was not going to be able to increase my opportunities if I did not increase the amount of people that I knew. And so that's why I started networking and joining all these different groups. Adele, welcome. Want to introduce yourself?
So my name is Adele. I'm a process server in Houston. My current company is Easy Process Service and Notary, but I just went ahead and got my domain. So we'll be Rhino Justice. Took action, took action.
I love it.
So
I love it. I think I really, honestly, like you get the domain, you get the website, you do all the things, whichever way that you decide to go. I would love to help make a logo for you. Like I
that'd be
think,
awesome.
yeah, I think and I would do that for free for you because I think people need to see the journey and where it's going to go. I think it's going to be so cool. Just the fact that that two-word domain was available was shocking to me.
Yeah. So here I am.
Yes, well, welcome. All right, so we're pushing 100 strong, almost 100 inside our community. Mighty Process Server on school. I think we have 81 or 80 something. Um, and so which is cool because everybody who's in there, I vet it very carefully. Everybody who comes in, I make sure they're a process server. I make sure that or a PI, or at the very least, they say I want to become a process server. And it's easy for me to check because I can go on school's platform and see how many other communities they're a part of. And the people who are a part of 100 other communities, I'm like, declined. Because a lot of these people, they just want to come in and spam the group, you know. So let's go. Let's keep going here. Let's dive into some stuff. So I have some ideas for what I want to do that I think would be a lot of fun. But I want to know what things you guys want to talk about first.
SEQ marketing.
Oh yeah, you guys say you want to dive in, huh?
Well,
You
I'm
want
going to
to?
let you do that, but you asked what I would like to talk about or hear about more so is the SEQ marketing, social media, even though we've done this before.
Yeah, I will tell you, I'm the type of person that, like dating is probably the best example. When I was married, it was like you go out to eat, and it's like if there's nobody saying anything, I'm talking about marketing. So you don't have to ask me to talk about marketing or sometimes real estate or business, right? Like it's more like, can we talk about something else, you know? So I'll dive in for hours. So that's what I do. It's just how I am. But is there a specific part of marketing that you're struggling with, Jeff, or questions you have?
No, my phone was just ringing actually, thanks to Desi.
Yeah. Why thanks to Desi?
Well, okay, you and your son had a part to do with it also.
You want to give Desi all the credit. That's okay. I give her all the credit. I'm allowed to give her all the credit though. Yeah, she's really good at building websites, that's for sure. So we actually just talked about that. We're about to scale. We're about to dump a lot of money into, we're gonna create like a Wix type, a lower level, like if someone wanted to pay less and build it themselves. And then we're gonna dump a lot of money into ads and stuff. So people, so you know, you hear Wix and you hear GoDaddy and stuff like that. We're gonna put a lot of money into it, and you'll start to see the $27 level or whatever. But you have to build it yourself. You know, you're not gonna get Desi for that rate.
Yeah, I won't be doing that. I won't be building anything myself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Desi's $500, and then 47 a month. That's what we do. So. So you didn't really so your phone's ringing. Okay, how about Adele, Jerica? What do we got? You guys
I
making
have,
numbers already? You're happy? You don't need any business?
I need business. I mean, I don't know what to really say to talk about today. I
Well, I
Everything
have a
that you go
list.
ahead and go through, everything you go through usually is tips that's good. So
Okay. Okay. Well, I want to give the meetup, the whole purpose of the meetup, just for anybody new or anybody who hasn't heard me say this before, like the whole purpose of the meetup is the mastermind principle. If you some new people coming in here, let me just promote them. I need it. Where are my assistants? I'm paying two people right now, full time. Where are they? They need to be doing this. Uh, so where was I going? Oh
You're
yeah,
going to, you want people to bring a list of things you want them to talk about that they need help with.
thank you, Jeff. That is a part of it. So, but the mastermind principles, Stephen R. Covey, all these books about like how to win friends and influence people, and the big one, what is it called? It's Millionaire Mind. That's a good one. That's not the right one though. There's one. What is it called, Jeff? You know what it is. It's Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow Rich. This book changed my life. And I'm not exaggerating at all. Like I started implementing the principles in Think and Grow Rich like right after I read it, like as I was reading it. And just the principle of like speaking less and letting someone else and asking them questions and going through it. And I've done it a couple of times. And in the future, I can't do it now because you're expecting it, but in the future I'll do it and then I'll spring it on you and go, how'd you feel the last 5 minutes? And you're gonna be like, if you really think about it, you're like, I feel amazing because someone cared enough to know, to learn about you. And so the mastermind principle is another one of those principles. Whereas when you get a room, they say where two or more are gathered, and there's a scripture that says two or more are gathered there in my name, there am I also. And it's not even related to that. Like there's a whole book around it that doesn't even reference that scripture. Right? It's a whole book around this principle that when there's multiple people gathered to solve the same problem, they're going to come up with it. The mastermind, where you become one mind with singular in purpose. Yes, we all have our own, we're all going to benefit individually, but we have the single same purpose of growing our companies. Does that make sense? And so when we come in here, I have a list of things I can go over, but I don't want it to be the Mighty Mike show. I have that. That's on my YouTube channel. You can go watch that. The idea with this is to be able to, if you're dealing with something and you could be a little bit vulnerable too, because it's just us and hopefully millions of people that watch it in the future. Uh, and then we can build on it, right? And we can ask those questions, answer those questions. If I don't know the answer, check this out. If I don't know the answer one week that you come and you have a specific question, if there's 30, 40 people in here, what are the chances across the country that someone else knows the answer? Very good, right? So that's the idea. Adele, you raise your
have
hand.
you, yes. So I was gonna say, have you read the book, The Greatest Salesman?
Yes. Yeah, the car salesman.
I don't
He
know what
was a
it's
car.
car sale.
I thought
I
he
don't
was a
know.
car salesman.
It's by like OG because I forgot what his full name
Oh
is.
yeah,
It's like,
that's a different one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a different.
yeah,
The one I was thinking of, the greatest salesman in the world. I think he was a car salesman. That's a different book. But yeah,
that's a
yeah,
different one.
yeah. Great
Just some of the
book.
principles. Yeah.
Yeah, the OG, by OG. Yeah. And you know
Mhm.
what? The crazy thing is like it just takes effort, putting in the effort and consistent effort over time will yield dramatic results, right? So I love the idea of calling like your market and just saying I'm with your company and getting you a new client. I love that idea because you're going to have to service the client, but over the phone, they don't know any different. They don't know any different. And the whole goal is to call and just say, um, Jericho, what city are you in?
Shawnee,
Shawnee. So I call and yeah, this is, and what's the name of your company again?
Jericho Process Server Notary.
That's easy. Easy peasy. This is my this is Mike with Jericho Process and Notary. I was just calling it. I'm pretty sure you guys already have a process server, maybe even a notary, but I was hoping I could send you my rate sheet just in case you need a backup. And out of probably 50 calls, I've only had one person tell me like, "Oh, we're supposed to not take that." Everybody else is like, "Sure, send me an email." And it works because you get in a paralegal's email account and as a process server, you're 1 in 3 because people aren't doing this, and the other 2 are people they've used over the last few years. So what are the chances they're going to put the third guy or gal who was highly motivated enough to call them, and maybe even stop by later? When you get a job too, by the way, I always recommend delivering the proof of service in person. Deliver it in person and that will probably double your results. At least on the first one. Hey, I got the proof of service, just completed it. I don't mind emailing it to or maybe even email it to them, right? I emailed it to you, but I figure maybe you guys want a physical copy because I noticed it's a pro per, or maybe they're going to pick it up or whatever. Happen to be in the area, blah, blah, blah. Whatever you want to say, just it helps pad that, that they know who you are and you're a human. You're not just somebody trying to, you're not treating them like a dollar bill. You're treating them like a human, basically. That's the idea. All right. So who wants me to call their market?
Oh, wait, okay. All right,
You
wait.
can call. You can call my market. I just don't have the email addresses all set up yet.
Oh yeah, yeah. You definitely want to have your email set up. Look, there it comes on right. I'm like, who wants me to call? As I kind of, yeah. I mean, that's the idea is like just picking up the phone and calling and saying, "Hey, what's up, Derek? How you doing?"
But hey,
Hey,
I'll
what's
have that
going on,
available next
man?
week.
I love your last name, man. It sounds like it's almost like Riddick. I'm like, it is like Riddick.
Oh yeah, everybody always tells me that.
That's like one of my favorite movies, man. So how you doing? I don't think I've met you.
No, no, this is my first time meeting you guys.
Why don't you
I've been a
tell us about
process
you?
server I've been a process server since 2011. I'm here in Georgia. The name of my business is Reddit Legal Services. The purpose of joining the group is, learn some information. Always can learn more and to network, of course.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Well, welcome, man. We love to have you here. We you know, just so you know, like Max, other than maybe Jeff, everyone on here has only been coming for a couple weeks, right? So you're still on the new, we're all new here, I guess what I'm saying.
Okay,
So
cool. Sounds good.
yeah, so welcome. Yeah, we love to have people, especially operators that are out there in the field actually trying to grow their company. I have a group on Facebook. I don't know if where you found it, but Mighty Process Servers on Facebook is where a lot of people come from. But Serve Now, they got their group too. So I try to post in there. They've kind of left the group. They used to be super hardcore about their group, and now they've kind of just left it, just like they did their softwares and stuff. They're
Oh
just
man.
the customer support. So, but yeah, I love to have people in here. I tell people use whatever software works for you, but we're diving into all things marketing. So, is there anything on your mind or anything you're struggling with when it comes to marketing?
I want to try to focus on right now as far as promoting my business nationwide.
Okay.
Try to, hire other servers in other states as well to, serve some jobs for me. Because I get a
Hmm.
lot of jobs coming from out of state on my end. So I just
Yeah.
want to do the same thing.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. So
I'm gonna be
we'll,
available in Houston.
yeah, let's dive
You're
into that.
available in Houston. All right.
Let's dive into that in
All
just a
right.
sec, okay? Put in the chat, your guys, if you can, put in your company name, your phone number, and just like the location. And what the reason why is because I want us to get into the habit of doing this. If you look at the bottom, there's a little section. Do I have it turned on? Oh yeah, yeah. You hit the three dots. Well, if you're on your computer, you can hit the three dots. On your phone, you might have to click on chat or something like that. But if you click on the three dots from the computer, you can see save chat. And what happens is it saves the chat to your email, I mean to your computer, and you could go through and copy and paste and save people to your database and all that. So if you want people to send you from work from the group, that's the best way to do it. Put your phone number and email in there, or even just your phone number, right? Um, cool, cool. So let's Tim, you want to introduce yourself?
Hey, sure.
Yes.
Hey, guys. Tim Brown, Central Point Investigations out of Minnesota and Wisconsin. I've been doing PI work for just over 20 years and process serving for about 6.
Nice, nice. You're up there in the cold.
Not too bad today. I got shorts on about 45 degrees earlier, but now it bumped up to 70.
Oh, I thought you were saying it was 45, like that was okay.
Yeah, oh yeah, it was this morning. 45, we had the whole
In
neighborhood
the
was walking outside.
in the morning. Yeah. Yeah, now it's that's kind of how the weather is here actually. I live in the mountains, just it's an 8,000 foot elevation out of just east of Albuquerque. And if I drive down the hill, the 10 minutes down the hill to Albuquerque, it's no joke. It's at least 10 degrees warmer every single, like all the time. So I'll get on my Harley and go riding around here and it's like a cool 65. And I go down there and it's like 75, 80. I'm like sweating in traffic. I'm like, okay, I got to go back to the mountains. Good stuff, guys. Okay, so we got some stuff. We talked about affiliate stuff. So um he brought up, well, I want to call him Derek. Yeah, Derek Reddick. So Derek, yeah, Derek, you brought up affiliate work, essentially, is what that is. And so inside the community, I just want to share this real quick because as I build it out, I'd love to hear your guys' feedback on it. Oh, what happened? Oh, I didn't have Google up. Let me pull this up real quick. So inside the community on School, if you're not a part of the community on School, you definitely want to go join it. It's all free. Everything's free in there. And what you get right now, it's not super active. It's just basically just people joining. You get the community. Let me do a quick screen share. This is where I want your guys' feedback, and we'll build this out. And I'll basically make whatever you guys want me to make. If you're like, hey, can we have more topics on this or that? Like one thing I know I've heard a lot of people want is a class on how to get contracts, government contracts. And so what I'm doing is I'm doing a case study on my company because there's a lot of things I know to do that I don't currently do. And so I'm doing a whole case study with 123. So everything marketing related, you can come inside of the case study at least for the first 6 weeks while I do 123's case study. It's gonna be all about building your marketing from the ground up. So so is there anyone on here that's not in the community? I think everybody is.
Hey,
So
Derek's
Yeah.
in there.
yeah, so if you're
Yeah,
not,
I'm here.
okay. So the right here is where Derek's talking about. This is something that I thought about. And you see affiliate network. And so what I'm doing right now is I'm going to go step by step and record myself doing it as I add myself to the different networks. And I may not do it forever, but I'm just telling you that right now for full transparency. But I'm going to go in and make sure either join or renew memberships in all the major associations. I'm going to do it live so you guys can see like the process. And then I'm going to go through and like I have under Process Server Daily and Mighty Website Builder, I'm members of a couple of these already, through these three. but I'm going to become a member for all of them for 1, 2, 3. And then of course there's these associations. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm just trying to be very thorough, and I'm thinking like, oh crap, I didn't even realize like you have these paralegal associations, which I've always focused on. But what about national court reporters? So, anything that is related to the legal services industry is something that you can tap into. Now, why are we doing this? Now, to Derek's point, we would do this so that more people know who we are, right? We're going to be on the NAPS directory, the CalSPRO directory, the FAPS directory, all these directories. But why the main reason I like my target side goal is the backlinks, because all of the backlinks from these major associations or these like, see, I put some other things on here like the state bar. Like, how am I going to get on their website? Not necessarily going to get on their website, but if I go to the American Bar Association and I want to be a vendor, like a sponsor of the ABA for one of their events, well, now my link is on their website. See what I'm saying? So you may have to pay to play on a lot of these, but it's okay. Like, you do what you can do while you can do it and then grow from there. Some of these, it's not paying money. It's as simple as writing an article. Like if you sign up for LexisNexis or one of these, like this Clio is a huge, basically if it's on this list, it has a high domain authority and your website will go up in rankings by being associated with them. So right now this affiliate networks isn't live. It's just me brainstorming, right? And then Mighty Marketing, I don't know if I'll launch that in here. I might just keep going with the case studies and you guys will see again and again with each new company I do a case study for. I may do one on one of your guys' companies, right? Where we'll go in, and the reason why I'm doing my own company is because I know it's going to cost money, right? I don't want to put pressure on somebody to spend money when they maybe don't have it or don't have it to invest, if that makes sense. Be the backup is the sales training where basically, I always beat the drum about how to cold call. And so the 90-day challenge essentially gives you, well, I keep calling it 90-day challenge because that's what it started out as, but 10K in 15 days, this whole challenge, I talk about all this stuff, but some of it's like a 3-hour video or 5-hour video, or I think I may even have a 10-hour video in there somewhere where I'm just like cold calling and working, and you can see over my shoulder building this. So if you haven't checked out the 10K in 15 days, that's what this is me just going through and giving you all the resources I can. One thing too is like when you go through here on these posts, these are actually community posts that have just been pinned to this module because they relate to this module. So sometimes you'll see me do a post like in here and I will pin it to a module that's being created because I want them to be able to comment below the training that they're taking. I just came out with the first one here, the market research. And what's funny is as I created it, I did when I started setting it all up, I realized this is essentially what I did on day 1 and day 2 of the challenge, the 10K in 15 days. But I did it live. I actually called the competitors. I actually found the rates that I should get. So I just wanted to go over that with you real quick because if anyone was confused, like a good lay of the land of like what there is, available. Of course, we have our Mighty Meetup, coffee with Mike every morning. We did it this morning. It was a lot of fun. A few people showed up and we just chit chatted. And yeah, as soon as my cup is dry, we end the meeting, So you guys are welcome to come in the mornings for that. I'm not going to do that. It's just in May. I want to get some feedback from you guys about what you want to see the most so that I'm not building things that nobody cares about. You know what I mean? I want to do things and build things you guys actually want to see. So cool. So you guys have any questions about all that? I'm even looking at the chat here. Let's see. Q&A box is not utilized. I don't know. Let's check it out, Tim. It says no open questions. I don't know. Is it off? Allow attendees to view answered questions only. Interesting. No, you could leave questions in there. Yeah, if you got questions. You can also use the chat. Either way. Marcia, how are you doing? Welcome.
Okay.
You just finished a board meeting?
No, but I was on a phone call, which is why I couldn't come up as a panelist right away. Got to take those
Uh,
notes.
yeah, no worries. I always just keep clicking in case somebody decides they want to come in. I got a list over here of people, attendees that are not showing their camera, which is cool, which is fine. Um, yep. Oh, cool. Well, the chat's got some content in it. Make sure you guys save the chat. So do you guys want me to dive into some of the marketing stuff, or do we have any other questions or comments? How's it been going so far?
Going well.
Thanks, Jeff.
I guess Jeff, how many serves do you do a month?
Um, bear with me 3 seconds here. So, well, I'm just waiting for my serve manager page to
No, that's why
refresh.
I'm laughing because you're such a technical guy.
Well, I'd rather give a,
10,000.
it varies anywhere from last month 136. It's not a lot, well, Mike will say he'll do that in 2 days, but yeah, so last month 136.
And
That's
then a
not bad.
question, how much do you give out and not personally serve?
Well, my son, it's oddly in the last week. Thanks, that's a good question. In the last week, fortunately, a lot of our papers that came in went to out of the area into Richmond, Northern Virginia. Charlie's very happy because we're starting to build up some stuff with him, Mike, and so
Charles.
my son does the local stuff. So my son could get the local stuff done in 2 hours, to be honest with you, unless he gets a challenging one and I have to help him out or whatever. So.
Yeah.
But the more important thing is the $14,720.10 we grossed last month.
Oh, nice.
So
Yeah.
that's that.
We want to hear that net though. What's that net?
Sorry, I don't have that information available today.
I'm just messing with you because I know you would be like, let me go to my QuickBooks real quick. I was waiting for you to tell me that. Listen, you don't got to answer any of those questions, man. Listen, you are a go-getter and you've been in the business for a while. Mark's gonna take over. I'd love to see Mark in here. I know he would definitely, charismatic guy. I'm sure he'd do really well. But
It'll happen. It'll happen.
like the one thing that I really want to push the most is like telling people, helping people understand that the opportunity that there is, like, because I continuously learned the hard way of like, thinking I'm making 10, $20,000 a month, and I'm thinking like, man, I've really made it. I've really made it. Like I'm rich, because I came up from a place where I didn't have any money, like any money. So picking up the phone, and I didn't even know the things I know today about cold calling and prospecting. Being able to pick up the phone and say, and just use a simple script, and all of a sudden the attorney's calling me, the paralegal's calling me, going, hey, we got your rate sheet here. I mean, just think about that for a second. Just you get in the inbox, they maybe even print your rate sheet out, put it on a filing cabinet somewhere. Some other new paralegal comes in. Who do we use as a process server? Oh, there's a thing on the filing cabinet. Oh, okay. Let me call them. It's that simple. There's such little. Okay, here, let's change the perspective a little bit, and then we're gonna make some calls. Here, I said we. Okay, we're gonna change the perspective.
I'm looking up two attorneys' names, and I'll pay you
Okay.
$100 if you get one of them.
Oh, stop. You ain't gonna pay. You're already a website customer. You're fine, man. But you'll be surprised how easy it is when I call them. You're gonna get some people that are jerks, but it's gonna be like 1 in 100 because it's a professional, it's B2B. They should expect that people are gonna call them. They do expect, and they probably get calls. So, but I want you to think about it for a second. If you had a pipe burst and you needed a plumber, do you sit back when you go on Google and go, I don't know, where's his core values? I don't see his core values anywhere. Well, let me see. I don't see you do care about that stuff in the back of your head, but there's so many assumptions that we do in our regular daily life that we, in a way, don't care. Is he going to show up on time? Is he going to do a good job? Like, I don't want to have to hire someone else. And is he gonna and do I have to pay too much? Like how much is this gonna cost me? Right? And is he in my local area? Of course. So in Google filters some of that stuff for you, right? So if you search them on Google search, that's why our business is so this is why Google My Business and Google search is so powerful in our business. Because it's the same kind of company. It's you don't think like, let me get a membership with a process serving agency just in case I need to serve somebody. You don't do that. Just like with plumbing. You don't think, well, let me make sure I get a plumber on retainer. You know, you
Or
never
real
know.
estate agent, maybe.
Yeah, even a real estate, a property manager, but they're doing a service for you every month, right? They're collecting that do re mi for you, right? They're collecting the money. So anyway, I want that. I just wanted to make that distinction. Jerica says, I have a Google Workspace, but no website nor a domain. I am not technology savvy. Well, we take care of that for you. Mighty Website Builder takes care of it. You just go send an email to support at mightywebsitebuilder.com. Desi's amazing. Right, Jeff?
Yes, you can't go wrong if you do that. Go to my website, virginiacourtservices.com. Just take a quick look at it and you'll see the one
Yeah.
she made.
I
Yeah,
did. I did do that from the meeting last Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
Jeff, I checked that. I checked yours out. It's nice.
Thank you very
She
much.
she wasn't.
Desi did it, Mike did it, and Mike's son also took part in it.
I just do
My
that.
son's going.
We just do the SEO. We do the SEO. We do some grunt work. We go get the data so to make Google happy. But her design is unparalleled. She does a great job. And here's the thing, I always tell people like give her a list of at least 10 things you don't like. And they never do. And I'm like, come on, you could probably come up with something. There's always a couple, hey, can you make sure the logo or change this logo for that logo or whatever. But I get copied on all the emails and I see the emails that where people are like, she's just doing customer support all day for no extra money. So anyway,
Don't
hold on.
email on weekends either.
You can email. I'll just remind you if you seem like you're in a rush. I'll remind. I'll reply and go, "Hey, don't expect an email this weekend." She's because she goes off. She'll see it and be frustrated or anxious about it because she wants to deal with it right away. But she's in Cabo or she's flying around wherever she's spending the money in Vegas or whatever. All right, let's call.
But no, wait. I'm sorry. Since there's a group of people in here, I'm going to take advantage for 45 seconds. Mike is too young and he doesn't understand when you get to my age, you tend to forget very easily. If you don't put it in an email or something now, before you get to the red light, it's too late and forgotten. So I emailed Desi things, a number of things 3 weeks ago, and Mike took my head off for it, but it was okay in a very
That's not true.
polite way.
Yes.
Why is he turning red? But anyway, no problem. I didn't need the information then. I didn't need it fixed then, but she did it. And, when she got back from the conference and so forth. But when you get to my age, you'll all understand. So just stay in good shape and keep level headed.
You're only like 10 years older than me, Jeff. All right, give me some phone numbers here, or tell me a name and I'll look them up.
Oh, I'm actually gonna let somebody who has more of a need up there, like Adele, or I mean, I do, but I'd like to see one of them raise their hand for that.
Who wants me to call their market? I think anyone can do this, by the way. I don't think I'm better than any of you guys at this. I know that based on, I had a real estate team of over 20 people and I taught them all how to cold call. And I was getting 3 to 5 closings a week as a listing agent. Like I understand the call reluctance and creative avoidance. I know this better than most. And so if I make the call for you and you get a new customer, I'm saying I'm Mike, but I'm Mike with your company, right? You're going to send them the email, and then they're going to call you. They're going to use you, and you're making $1,000, $2,000 a month extra per month. Like that's a win for me. I love that. And you're going to go, I should just do what he did. It's a no brainer. So you could just do it without me calling. But if I call, now there's some negligence going on where it's like, you know. I just don't care about my business that much, so that's why I'm not calling, right? That's kind of where it gets. I won't say that unless you complain to me about it. Then I'll be like, "How many
How
calls you
about
make?"
Mike? I'll make you a deal. If you can, I make you a deal. If you can lock in either one of these in my market, I'll call Desi and get the website through you.
Oh my gosh, you should do that
So I
anyway.
don't have to do it anymore.
All right. So what's your
Well, I built my own website. I did it myself.
oh, that's true. That's true. What's your oh, is this them right here? The offices of Doro Show.
Yep.
And here's the thing too, like
Pasquale, Kravitz, and Vine.
here's the thing too, like I don't think it's an issue. We could have two people in the same market. Um, but if you guys don't know my opinion on this already, my opinion is that there is some stuff in the beginning when it's a brand new client where you could potentially lose them to somebody else just by them calling, right? But remember, we're calling to be the backup. And we'd love to be the number one, but we're calling to be the backup. So unless you mess up, you're probably going to keep getting the business. It's when you mess up that you lose the business. They say you're only as good as your last serve. This is why when people get all crazy about InfoTrack and these other guys, I'm like, they're only going to take your clients if you're not treating your clients well. I'm not worried about that at all because I know, as a matter of fact, well, this is live on YouTube, but yeah. So me and a few people that I know that have been doing this at a high level, like the calling and prospecting and reaching out to paralegals, the number one person we're taking customers from is the same person where you're worried about losing customers from because it's so easy. They're such a huge company. They don't service the way that you can service your client. There's not somebody on the phone answering all their questions and calling them and helping them and sending them email. There's one person who barely speaks English, who answers the phone, who sometimes answers the phone, never calls back. That's the customer support we're competing against because when they get too big, they just can't handle it. All right, let's see here. Have generic email. Yeah, that works, Adele. Whatever. All right, let's call. You're gonna be like, are you from Orlando? Let's see. I haven't blocked my number in so long, I can't even remember how to do it.
Star
Right.
67.
Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's still dating. Okay. 302. 9934. Let's see if that works. Let me get in the right headspace. One thing too, if you watch the videos, I talk about getting big, getting like, ooh, that's why I wear the cowboy hat, right? When I'm cold calling, is because I want to be in a place where I'm like overly confident. It says user busy. Let me try it without. Let me try it without blocking my number. Let's see. 934. It gave me an error user busy thing. What city are you in, Marsha?
Borough,
Marcia?
Delaware.
Delaware. What's the name of your company?
Delaware Mobile Signings.
Oh yeah. And we want process serving work with them. Yeah.
Thank you for calling the law firm of Dora Show, Pasquale, Krawitz, and Baya. Please be aware that your call may be recorded for training and quality assurance purposes. If you know your party's extension, please enter it at any time. Or for a dial by name company directory, please press star.
Probably don't want any more customers. By the way, this is a part of the
Thank you
gig.
for calling the law firm.
It's a part of the
Dora
gig.
Show,
It's boring. It's can be nerve
Please be
wracking.
aware that your call may be recorded for training and quality assurance purposes. If you know your party's extension, please enter it at any time. Or for a
Question one. I don't know.
thank you for calling the law firm of Dora Show, Pasquale, Crowitz, and Baya. Please be aware that your call may be recorded for training and quality assurance.
It's-
Dora Show Pasquale, this is Megan. How can I help you?
Hi, Megan. This is Mike with Delaware Mobile Signings. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. I'm sure you're busy. I just we're a local process server, and I'm pretty sure you already have one. But I was wondering if maybe I could send you our rate sheet just in case you need a backup.
What is it for?
Yeah, so we serve legal documents. That's what we do. We serve legal documents. So I can send you our rate sheet, and then if you need a backup, you guys currently have a process server?
That's a very good question. I do not know. I can send you to our office manager's voicemail, and then she can contact you whether we have one or not.
You know what? That would be perfect. What did you say your name was again? Megan?
My name is Megan. Yes,
Perfect, perfect. What is her name?
Jacqueline.
Jacqueline. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
You are welcome. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Thank you for calling Dora Pasquale, Crowitz, and Baya. This is Jacqueline Hopkins. I'm away from my desk at the moment. If you would please leave me a brief message with your name and number, and I will call you back as soon as possible. And as always, thank you for calling. Goodbye. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hi, Jacqueline. This is Michael with Delaware Mobile Signings. I was just giving you a quick call. I'm pretty sure you guys already have a process server, but we're rated one of the #1 process servers in the Delaware area. We also do mobile signings. And so I wanted to give you a quick call. Our phone number is 302-670-2211. And I'll try you again back here later on in the week. But I appreciate your time, and I look forward to speaking with you. Thank you so much, and have a great day. So that's just a part of the process. So you leave, definitely, if she's in the office manager, if she gives you a call back, you're in like Flint. Oh yeah, we already have a processor. Just there's something called ARPing in sales where you let them say what they're going to say, but you essentially ignore what they said. And you can say, oh well, like, okay, good job or whatever. But in this case, we already have a processor. Of course you do. You guys are professionals. My question is what if you need a backup? You don't want to go to Google. You don't know what you're going to get. I can tell you we're professionals. Let me just send you the rate sheet. You guys can put it on the filing cabinet as a backup. You know, if you want to, you could try this as well as you can pivot and you can say, this actually works for me very well. And something I haven't really shared yet, the secret sauce. But you have to be willing to spend some money, okay? So this is where you say, well, we already have a process server. You say, that's fine. I want to be the backup. So you make sure you say that first. And then you say something to the effect of, we also sponsor a lot of the paralegal events. Even if you don't, you do now, because in your mind, you're like, I'm going to go this year sponsor some paralegal events, right? So you say, we're also looking to sponsor 2 or 3 paralegal events this year. And if you haven't done this already, by the way, call your local paralegal association when they have their conference and ask them if you can, what it costs and all that. So get in talks with them. So when you actually talk to these attorneys, you can say with like authority, and you're being honest by saying, we're looking to sponsor these paralegal association events, and I would love to sponsor maybe a luncheon at your guys' local office by maybe Subway or Jimmy John's or whatever. I'm sure you guys have your trainings or maybe some company meeting or whatever. We want to show you that we're a part of this community, and we want to be a part of your legal community and maybe join your team as your guys' counsel. The only people who are going to do this are professionals. And the only reason why you wouldn't do it is that you don't believe in yourself. And I know that's hard for some people to take because they're like, no, I believe in myself. I don't want to do it because I don't have the money, or I don't know, whatever other thing you're telling yourself. I promise you, because this is me, where it's like, well, I probably could. It was like $600, $700, $800 maybe for a luncheon, right? At the most. Well, it would depend on how many people they have. But the more people they have, the more opportunity you're going to have to get money. You know, you're going to get something out of it because you got 12 attorneys and each one has 2 paralegals or whatever, secretaries and whatnot. It can get expensive, but that's gonna give you huge returns. Jeff?
Yes, so on the paralegal topic, you got it. Yeah, it's very, very important for everybody out there. I do have two big, huge firms locally that probably have 15 to 18 paralegals. I have two or three of them. So if you do something for the paralegals in that whole office, that opens up the door for the other 15 people, paralegals, to get your business. They'll talk to Mary and Jane and get your, how good you are and so forth, and then they will call you as soon as their guy isn't available, the backup guy is you. It'll pay off. So if you got to spend $85 on Jimmy Johns for 15 paralegals, it's going to be well worth it.
Oh yeah, man, I love that. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, and I know I've brought friends on too. You know, my current different people that I know you guys have heard from. Some of you guys have heard from that. You know, he'll spend. You know, he'll drop $5,000 on a paralegal association, like to put his banner up behind the food table. Pretty much that's all he gets. And he gets up there and speaks, right? Or he'll give a presentation about e-filing or something. All right, Amaro. That sounds really familiar. Houston? Is that Houston?
Yeah, it's in
Who's-
Houston.
Okay, Adele.
That's the only one I could think of right now.
Watch, I call someone I know. Let's
Mhm.
see.
Thanks for calling the Amara Law Firm. This is Vivian speaking. May I direct your call?
Hi, Leon. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. I'm sure you guys are busy. We're a local process serving firm here in Houston, Rhino Justice. Just wanted to know, I'm pretty sure you guys already have a server, but I was wondering if I could send you an email so we could be your backup.
Yeah, you can contact at amaralawfirm.com.
Contact@amaralawfirm.com. Now, do you know who actually hires the process servers there in the office?
No, ma'am, I wouldn't know, but somebody will reach out to you through that email.
Okay, well, thank you so much. I appreciate your help.
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
Bye. Yeah, see, this is what you get. I'm a ma'am, apparently. It's because I sound so sweet, right? I'm like, hey, thank you so much for. I need to be like, "What's up, fool? I'm process server. Give me your business." Yeah, so she was the type of person, she's probably not even a paralegal, to be honest. She's probably a secretary just answering the phones. So those ones are like, you don't even trip. Send an email with your rate sheet to contact. Put her name, by the way. Put her name. Say, thank you so much. I have a script that I share inside the challenge is set the 10K in 90 and 15 days. I say, hey, contact name or whatever her name. I don't remember. She called me a girl, so I don't like her. Okay. Okay. This is a Griffin law firm. Yeah, a lot of these sound familiar. There's a Griffin in California too. 855-864. So here's the thing. You guys got to be ready to email a rate sheet. And you got to be listening too. This one's for Derek. Legal Reddick. It's not Riddick, right? It's Reddick. Reddick Legal Services, Atlanta, Georgia. Griffin Law Firm.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Reddit.
Yeah. I could be made to look like an idiot here because they may ask about something. Atlanta. I'm in Orlando. My phone number is Orlando.
Please hold. Someone will be with you shortly. Griffin Law Firm.
Hello.
Griffin Law. This is Natalie.
Oh, hi, Natalie. This is Mike. How are you today?
I'm doing well. Thank you. And yourself?
Hey, I'm doing so good now that I'm talking to you. Hey,
How can I help you?
yeah, I'm sure you're busy. Listen, we're process servers there in Atlanta, and I'm pretty sure you guys already have a process server, but I was wondering if I could send you an email with my rate sheet just in case you need a backup.
Sure, just let me know when you're ready for that email.
Shoot.
All right, it's going to be intake, INTAKE,
Okay.
at griffinlawfirmpc.com.
Perfect, perfect. And should I make it attention to you, or is someone else hire the servers there in the office?
You can make it out to Mr. Griffin.
Oh wow, the big boss man.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much for that, and hopefully we could do business.
Awesome. Sounds good.
All right,
Appreciate it.
have a good. You too. Bye. All right, Derek, did you write that down?
I got that email.
There you go. Now everyone else can email them too. I'm just kidding.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, no, but here's the reason why this is so important, because it only takes one. It
Yep.
only takes one attorney, because I showed it here in Albuquerque. Like you could hear me calling them. Like I would get one and then another. I want to say we're still getting regular, like, daily work from four different, the four top firms in New Mexico. It's just but the first one sent us 8 in the first week, right? So like
Wow.
the first few days, yeah. So just and that's why I love Google, because it'll tell you how many reviews they have. That shows you the volume that they're probably getting.
Yeah.
All right, all right. Let me know. I want to know if you guys get these clients. I don't expect anything, but I do expect something. I expect you to tell me, Mike, it worked. And now I'm crushing it. That's
I'll
all.
definitely keep you posted.
Yeah, and we'll keep doing this, once a week. You guys want to call some folks,
Great.
but also you guys call folks. That'll really speed it up. Oh, we're out of time. Crap! It feels like it was only 10 minutes. Jeff, you got something?
Well, just a quick question. Do you follow up with if you get 10 people that you send an email to with your rate sheet, do you ever follow up with them if you don't hear from them even in 45 days?
100,000%. Let me tell you something. There's a software called Pipe Drive or Follow Up Boss. I talk in the challenge. I plug Follow Up Boss, but Pipe Drive is like Follow Up Boss on steroids. And Pipe Drive. Do I want to bring it up? Yeah. Yeah, we're kind of out of time, but let me share my screen really quick. Let me see. I'll show you.
So
It's
the
so
answer is
powerful.
yes.
The answer is yes, and it's like probably a 2-hour long training that I could do that you'd be like, whoa. And so that's the other way to think about this psychologically. If you're calling attorneys and you're getting the paralegal's email, you're getting the information, why wouldn't you save it? And then put a little note in there if you're using a software that says follow up in 30 days. It's called a task inside of the software. It's called a task. And what'll happen is it'll put it on your calendar 30 days from now. You don't want to pay for a software? Fine. Check this out. Go to Google Calendar. I've seen someone do this in real estate, and it's actually pretty fascinating, because if you go to Google Calendar, you can actually put in the description field, you could put however much information you want, basically. You could put all the follow-up details, the notes, everything, and it's an event in your calendar. Now, what happens is you call them and you make it red, you make it a color code it, whatever. It'll send you reminders and everything. And I did this for a while and I actually really liked it. The only reason that I changed it is because I wanted to auto text and to auto email some things that would just automatically email without me. And so, but Google Calendar will remind you and it'll keep your notes for you and everything. And what's cool about it is, let's say I call them today because I called them 30 days ago. I call them today and just say, hey, I just wanted to follow up and see how things are going with you guys. I know you probably already have a process server that you're using right now, right? Assume that. Because to assume anything else is to assume they're not a professional. They're brand new. They just got out of law school. They don't have a process server. Like, you should never assume they don't. You assume they do, and then assume they want to use you next. Right? And it works. It works really well because they're gonna fail. You're only as good as your last serve. And so it's just a matter of time before you get that business and you keep it. All right, guys. I got another meeting that starts at 2. But thank you so much. And if you guys want to, yes, you go to the gym every day. You guys been crushing it. Stay healthy. That's one thing I forgot to do when I built my company. Let's see those guns. Yeah, buddy. Everybody's got their backgrounds. Cool. Cool. Well, we'll see you guys next week. Actually, if you come to coffee tomorrow, coffee with Mike at 8 a.m. So that's 8, 9, 10 Eastern. I'd love to see you guys there. Okay. Be safe and